At about the height of a high-flying bird from the mundane concerns of now and here, there's a humble poet waiting to be heard in a spherical belt of unthought idea, a compendium of experience in a cryptic Wikipedia, condensed and distilled into a mythical multimedia. Lost archetypes, prototypes and stereotypes abound, all indexed and subtext and waiting to be found. While in the depths of your pillow, where the seeds of dreams are sown, there sleeps the subconscious with a logic of its own. A mysterious world where nothing is what it seems, a tiny craft tossed in a turbulent sea of dreams. Two realms separated by a window of transparent glass, through which the traffic of thought may easily pass. The only demands on the human being is a vigilance to keep the darkened window clean. And in the passage of passing, a remnant remains, a spark and a tinder of speculative brains, a knock, knock, knock on creativity's door in the unfolding mansion of the mixed metaphor. And what better metaphor for the Miraculous Productions tonight to throttle than the loaded and encoded message in a bottle. So sit back and relax in an idyllic bliss, secure in the comfort of nothing amiss. But wait, what's this? An imprisoned mistress in a dungeon cell, pouring her heart into an inkwell? There must be something we don't know. So let's just get on with the show.
You've written enough. What's taking so long? Almost done. Just a few more words. Oh my God, I can hear them. They're walking down the corridor. They're almost here. Quick, give it to me now. Where's the bottle? I got it. Take the note and put it tight. Done. Now go. Take it to the river before the guards see. And no! Cassandra, trying to get little messages outside of the castle, are we? Well, your treasonous communique will never make it beyond the walls, let alone the city. Guards, after that girl! Bring me that bottle.
Do whatever you want to me. Lock me up, silence me. You'll never wake. Frangipani will get to the river, and it will carry our message far away from you and the magistrates, to someone who hasn't been corrupted by power, who still has love in their heart. And when they get it, they'll change the world.
In your dreams!
To quote the great Auroville bard Hyperbolo in his memorable ode to the river flow, O grandiloquent river flow, your flamboyancy is ripe. Your quintessential effervescence instills us all with life. Your tonic is chthonic. Your eternity is chronic. But the colour you now have turned is decidedly moronic. I've seen you green, I've seen you blue, I've seen you clear as ice. But by what mishap, by what misdeed, by what untoward device could your churn have turned a corner to a murky sort of pink, with the perfume of the gurgle in the throat of a kitchen sink?
Catch her! Stop! Get up!
where simple life simply survives, where people don't have to be simple to lead simple lives. Such a pocket is Auroville, on the good river flow, the lifeblood of the village, and critically so. When it started to dwindle and smell and go pink, what could the water villagers possibly think? They'd been taught since childhood never to go up into the reaches of the good river flow, but if they did, they should always carry their crossbow and knife, for whatever lay up there would endanger their life. The paradisical peace of simplicity would always seem to attract its contrary, for no matter how bright the day shining light, it may soon requite the incipient night.
What? Is this it? 4 hours in the river? And this is all you've got?
Hey, chill out. You know how hard it's been. Last week you got nothing, remember? The river's turning a weird pink color and it smells funny, like perfume or something. 3 years ago it was up here and crystal clear. Now it looks like this. Soon we're gonna have to start eating bugs.
Oh, don't worry, we'll work something out before that happens.
There must be some problem upstream. Maybe it's like an algal bloom or something. Or maybe it's the eclipse. I've heard lunar eclipses make weird things happen.
I wish Eyeball McGlinty were here. He'd have some crazy theory about what was happening and some idea what to do.
Yeah, where did he go all these years ago?
Maybe he fell in the river.
Or maybe he wandered into the sludge of this pond and got eaten by scorpion flies.
They don't even exist. That's a fairy tale they tell us to stop us from wandering too far upriver. Anyway, I'm hungry. Here, give me a bowl. Oh, I've got something. Oh, it's big. Help me. Another plastic bottle. Wanto. What's that?
I don't know.
It's got a cork. I can use this for my homemade mangleberry wine.
Look, there's something inside.
There is too. What is it? It looks like a rolled up piece of paper. Maybe it's a map to hidden treasure.
Or maybe it's a letter from someone shipwrecked on a desert island.
In a river.
Yeah, maybe it wandered into the sea.
Rivers flow into the sea, not the other way around.
Okay, then open it.
Here we go. Wow, look, it's got the mark of the city of Effluvium on it, like that plaque in the town square. The shiny one.
Something written.
To whomsoever finds this, I am Cassandra, the favored student of the Oracle of Effluvium, and I am in desperate need of help.
Who's the oracle?
So what? You don't know who the Oracle is? Only the leader of all the land? According to legend, she was chosen by magic fireflies atop Mount Loftus. She has hundreds of thousands of disciples across the country, none more famous than this Cassandra.
But if this Cassandra is so famous, why is she putting messages for help in bottles in the river?
Well, I don't know. It's obviously a joke. But there is more.
The Oracle is gone.
The Oracle is gone. Ridiculous.
3 days before writing this, she came to me and announced that her time had come. She said the new oracle would be chosen during this month's eclipse of the moon. And then she was gone in a blinding flash of light. As her favorite student, I am of course the obvious choice as her successor. But when I informed the city magistrates of the oracle's departure, they locked me up in the castle vault so that the head magistrate, Madame Pompous Crumpet, could take my place and become the next oracle.
Where did this oracle person live again?
It's super far away of Lumion, beyond the swamp of Despond, at the base of Mount Loftus. The peak's just there in the distance. Can you see it? But this is obviously a joke. They've done a pretty good job, though.
If chosen as oracle, Crumpet, with the help of the Yuanto soft drink company, plans to block the river, destroying the lives of all who live on it. To ensure this never happens, I must be released before the eclipse of the moon. If not, a darkness will befall this land, from which there will be no escape. The vault door has only one key, which hangs around the neck of Madame Crumpet. Follow the river to Auroville. Find me, get that key, and set me free. Make no mistake, the future of everything you know now rests in your hands. If you're reading this, you're our only hope, Cassandra.
Only hope.
Looks like there's nothing to eat here. It's headed to town. I'm starving.
Right. Only hope. I think we should take this along and then just show it to the magistrates, just to make sure it's nonsense, you know.
Yeah, the Council of Elders are meeting today in the town square to talk about the river turning pink. Let's show it to them on our way.
In order to be an elder, it isn't enough just to be old. You also have to be important because the tea is getting cold. And somebody has to make decisions. There are decisions to be made, and at the end of every meeting there's a piper to be paid. An air of confident authority is also pre-required, an overworked appearance, appropriately tired, but most of all a certainty that what you say is right, and if anybody questions it, see them outside for a fight.
Silence, silence, speaking to you. You are now listening to you know who. Silence, silence, listening to me. I am so wise and so are these three. Who should you follow when things go bad? Truths from the elders you've always had. Don't begin to try to question the fact. What do you think will come of that? Silence, silence, speaking to you. You are now listening to you know who. You can take a break 'cause we've thought it all through. Because that's what the Auroville elders do.
This emergency town meeting to discuss the changing color of the water to order. In a few days, the rare, sacred eclipse of the moon will be upon us. And you all know what that means. The festival of the eclipse of the moon. I'm particularly looking forward to checking
But
it
how
out.
can we hold this festival when the water smells like shampoo? The river is getting worse with each passing day. We need to take immediate action. To open the discussion, I present Elder Jambret to the podium.
The river out here, let's tell them about the message.
But they look really busy. Should we wait?
Quiet!
Can you two scruffy troublemakers shut up? Elder Jambret is about to make a very important announcement.
But it'll only take a moment.
Didn't Elder Hurdle just tell you to be quiet? If you're going to keep interrupting, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
All right, that's enough. You both have to leave now. Out you go.
Come on, girl, let's go there.
Around this
Busy,
message,
busy.
may I
Let's
continue
go.
with my presentation? May I finish? May I finish my sentence?
adjective of a color intermediate between red and white, as of coral, salmon, pepper.
Oh! Guardians of the Fluvian Castle! What an honor, Captain, as senior elder here at Auroville. On behalf of all Aurovillians, it's my great pleasure to welcome you here to
Listen up, you idiots. Don't worry, I'll speak slowly so you peasants can understand me. As you are no doubt aware, I am captain of the guardians of the city of Fluvian, responsible for the safety of the city. A couple of days ago, we successfully foiled a terrorist plot to overthrow the city leadership. The perpetrator is now safely behind bars. Normally, this would be the end of the story. In this case, however, this traitor, using tricks and lies, managed to get a message out by sealing it in a bottle and throwing it in the river. My guards were not able to retrieve it before the currents carried it away. As your village sits on the river, we expect it will pass through here soon. If you find it, you must immediately deliver it to me. Do not, under any circumstances, open that box, for the message contains hypnotic propaganda that will no doubt adversely influence weak-minded flatlanders like yourself. Failure to immediately deliver the bottle to me will result in serious and unpleasant consequences. I have spoken.
Well, I can tell you an obvious place to start. What about the river dwellers? They're always at the river, fishing and pulling rubbish out of the river. If anyone's seen it, it'll be them.
River dwellers?
Yeah, those two. Where did they go? They seem really worked up about something. They must have found the bottle. Elder Hurdle, this is your fault. How could you let them leave? This is incompetence. You should immediately resign from your position.
Me? And then you second let me speak. And she's close to the door. If anyone can resign, it's her.
How dare you address me in that tone? Have you no respect for my natural, God-given sense of authority and importance? I suggest you three resign for your insolence. I'm a motion of no confidence. All in favor? Aye.
Next order of business. It's come to my attention that vacancies on council have appeared. Do we have any nominations? Any other nominations? Nominations accepted. All in favor? Aye. I now pronounce us members of council again. Now, what were we talking about?
Are you quite done? Shut up! Guards, find them!
Yes, Captain!
And as for the rest of you, anyone who lays eyes on these river dwellers you speak of is commanded to deliver them to me here in town square for interrogation.
You heard her. Everybody go looking for those vagabonds. They must be hiding in the forest somewhere. Flush them out.
Whoa. Those guys mean business. What are we gonna do?
Looks like that message was no joke after all. We're in a tight spot. We have to get out of here.
Get out of here.
Before those guardians catch us and lock us up as well.
We've never left the village. Where are we gonna go?
We'll just have to follow the river and save the girl.
That's so dangerous. We have no idea where she is or how to get there.
Well, we'll just have to do what the message says. We'll follow the river to its source in the city of Effluvium and free Cassandra in time for the lunar eclipse.
Do you know the stories of the forest upriver? Hypnotic jungle magic, scorpion flies, and what will we eat? I mean, if we even survive a day, we're never gonna make it.
But what? Cassandra said they're going to block the river. That'll destroy every village along it, not to mention the fish and all the other animals. We're gonna need help. Like a guide or something, but who would be crazy enough to take us that far upriver?
The time has come when misguided leaders in wee rooms of threaten the very lifeblood of the land with planned doom.
What the hell?
And out of the numbed morass the chosen few will arise and journey into the unknown to face their fears and embark across a vast land through doubt, despair, Temptation.
Who are you?
What I was is no longer who I am. Where I was is no longer where I am. The time has come, and I have come with it.
Wait a second, I know who you are. I'm Mom McGlinty.
Hi!
Where have you been all these years? We thought you died and just...
The forest has been my home these past many ages and has taught me well how to survive and thrive on berries, bark, bugs, and brilliance. I have studied the woods and know all of its secrets, from here to Kalamazoo. Did I hear you say you needed a guide? What you need is a strategy. We got the message?
Yes.
Sure, no.
How do you know we can trust this nut game?
This I'm Mom McGlinty. He's completely crazy, but completely fantastic.
Ah! Right. We must destroy this note, lest it betrays. Fleur, have you memorized its contents?
Follow the river, save the girl. I think I've got it.
Right. For the guard to be back here in no time looking for you. We must leave for Effluvium tonight. What we need is somebody to lead us out of the village and into the forest, undetected by the guardians.
I think I know just the people.
Right, then let's go!
Wait, what? There's no way I'm following this crazy nut job anywhere, let alone upriver into freaking suicide forest and some flaky quest to rescue some imaginary girl. Get it. You can count me out.
Huh. Right then, Fleur, it's up to you. But remember this. At the end of the road, it really begins. And all hope fades. Look for answers within. Right. Well, what'll it be? You stay here and face the guards, or you come with us up the river? Our time has come. We must leave now. But be careful. There are guardians everywhere. Come.
You're coming.
They're not out there. That means that they must have hidden themselves in mixes. The royal seal! They were here! Guards, find them!
Yes, Captain.
Bring them back to the castle! Alive or dead!
There are practical people and impractical people, and all sorts of in-betweens. But you're always glad of a practical person when you're dealing with machines. And if you have an appointment with destiny and you're putting together a crew, it's essential that there's a diversity, with people like Brace and Chiku. And as the thickening plot unfolds, everyone practically understands that while you need a good head on your shoulders, it's good to be good with your hands.
Aww, you must be feeling bad. With the water smelling so funny, it must be making you feel confused. And that's why your fan belt keeps coming off. But no problem. With just a few small adjustments, everything's going to be just fine.
Good wagon.
Bigger wagon! Normal lemon! It hurts!
Okay, watch your language. No need to blow a gasket. Let me see. It's nothing serious. Okay, put this under your tongue, open wide.
You and your homemade herbal plant remedies. And what's this talking to machines? What are you calling yourself again these days?
I told you, I'm a therapeutic, holistic mechanic. Machines have feelings too, you know? And it's not just about mechanics, it's also about energy fields and how they interact with each other.
Energy fields and hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo, witch doctor.
Okay, Grace. How's your thumb?
What? My thumb? How's my thumb?
Yeah.
It's bust. Whoa. What do you know? As good as new. Ha! Didn't even need your weird flower bark, root, whatever thing. You know those remedies you give me? I don't need them. You know, if you weren't my sister, I wouldn't even touch that stuff.
Yeah, right, Grace. Your thumb got better all on its own.
Sure did. I'm just like that, made of stone. Invincible. Whoa! Hey, guys!
Yeah, hey. Whoa, Eyeball, you're still alive?
Whoa, dude, where have you been for like 3 years, man?
Aye, it's good to see your faces again too. But where I've been and what I've been doing, we didn't have the time for the new.
Wait, what are you talking about? And do you have any idea why the forest is teeming with guardians? I mean, they came in here before saying that we're looking for terrorists.
It's us! They're after us!
What?
What do you mean? Why are they after you?
We fished out a bottle from the river with a super secret message from Cassandra.
Wait. Message? Cassandra, the student of the Oracle? She exists? Like, real? Whoa. What did it say?
Well, she said that the magistrates have locked her up and that they're going to block the river.
Block the river? What are you talking about?
Yeah, we thought it was a joke too, but when we went to see the elders about it, these guardians marched in looking for that note, so it must be true.
She said that she has to get to the top of Mount Loftus in time for the lunar eclipse to be chosen as the next Oracle.
But that's a week away.
Yeah, we know.
What do you want us for?
We don't have much time. We can't do it without you guys. No one knows the forest like you.
Whoa, wait. Are you crazy? Just leave like that without any preparation? We'd have to prepare our food, plan our pathways, it might rain. There could be scorpion flies.
Scorpion flies don't even exist, right?
They don't, right?
I don't know. There's just so much that could go wrong.
What? Come on, relax. We can do this. We'll take you. We can live off the land, eat leaves and berries. It's gonna be fun. Scorpion flies. Scorpion flies.
Well, I'm not going. Never in a million years. Absolutely not.
But Jinko, you can't stay here. It's not safe anymore. Anyway, we might need your mechanical skills, or what you call it now. Please come.
No, I can't. It's just so crazy. I will hide here until they leave. I'll see you guys when you get back. Have fun.
Wir müssen heading this way, Captain.
Set the forest on fire!
Come on,
So, with the intrepid eyeball as their dubious guide, he knew hidden paths and secret places to hide. They crashed through the forest with the river on their right, sleeping by day and moving at night, with mangleberry oil lamps to lighten their flight. He also found plants and berries to eat, rongoli rock moss that tasted exactly like meat. He found them a balm to put on their scratches. He even knew how to light fire without matches. After 3 days the forest got darker and denser, the undergrowth thicker, the going intenser, and then the ground became squelchy and their footwear got stuck as they struggled to resist the quick-sucking muck. It smelled anaerobic like an old rotten pond, what Eyeball called the sludge of despond. It got increasingly scary, not a sound could be heard, until Walnut broke the silence and uttered a bad word.
Marty, smell, this is hard. Only been traveling for 2 days, I'm completely destroyed. How much more of this horrible dark forest do we have to go through?
Yeah. I'm broken. I wish we could camp here, but this ground is like a swamp.
Where are we? Eyeball? Eyeball? What is this place? Oh my god, what is that? It's like a scorpion but with wings!
Whoa, scorpion fly! They exist! Cool! What the hell?
Aha! What aha? Scorpion fly.
Oh, it sounds nasty, but not dangerous, right? Right?
No, not right.
What?
Very dangerous. One sting will make you feel very sleepy. And then the others will come and eat ya.
What? Others? Eat you?
Aye. Scorpion flies are never alone. They travel in giant, vicious swarms, hunting, especially at night. They love the darkness. Now look at that sunset, will ya? Isn't that beautiful?
He's joking, right?
Eyeball, stop mucking around. Tell us which way.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Where do we go?
Wait a moment.
What do you mean, wait a moment? Why are you hooping?
What's he doing?
I don't know, but we have to find a place to spend the night. It's not safe here, and it's getting dark. So.
Okay, Eyeball has completely lost it. It's not part of the scenes. I think we should move now. Let's just go back to the beginning.
Come on.
Well, where are you going? It's this way.
No, it's not. It's this way. We came that trail. Oh, was it that one? Oh my God, I don't know. We're lost. We're lost.
Hey, it's your fault, you crazy nut! We should never even trusted you! Listen, where do we go?
Eyeball, tell us we're not lost.
Ah! Before you find yourself, you must first lose yourself.
What? We don't have time for the spiritual mumbo jumbo, dude!
Right. Did I not tell you that this would be a trial?
Yeah.
That you would lose all hope?
Yeah?
Right. Well, this is the perfect moment for self-learning.
Oh my God, this is it. We're doomed. We're doomed. We're doomed. Wait. Do you hear that?
You mean I don't hear anything.
Exactly. No animal sound. No children screaming. No one calling. There's no sound at all.
Now there's a sound.
What is that?
Stop! It's a scorpion fly! There are millions of them! What do we do here? Run!
Surrender! That doesn't sound good. Oh my God, that's so far down. I can't even see the bottom. It just disappears in the clouds.
Where the hell is Eyeball?
What are you
Come
gonna
on,
do?
go. We have to find these things.
The venom is making me feel dizzy. I can't keep running. Then you go ahead and I'll fend them off. But it's up to you.
There's nowhere to go. Oh, come on, you bring, please. I'll take it. What? Come on, take your stuff.
Mama, please!
Take that.
What are we, boss?
What do we do? These things are not going to give up. There's no way out. We're trapped.
People all across the world, listen up, we're looking for the truth. Know you lost your way, so listen, cause this message is for you. Wake up sleeping, soul arise, thinking less and a bit more true. No more doubt and stop your pouting and get ready to move. People all across the world, listen up, we're looking for the truth. Know you lost your way, so listen, cause this message is for you. Wake up sleeping, soul arise, thinking less and a bit more true. No more doubt and stop your pouting and get ready to move. It's truth we speak, we don't question it. Simple things, we are the If you're with me, people, let me hear you All the world everywhere, warriors, your river needs you. If you're ready, people, better keep steady, ready, and do. People, there's no need to fear us. We're the best in what we do.
Now I found yours. Avec moi, alles klar, wunderbar, Alibaba. Let everybody be known that the Guru's here. Shout it from the treetops far and near. There be no complication because the fact is clear.
Hey, Guru! Oh, what's this chariot head back called?
Chappals, straight away the drums of my people. The proud Homo Whatsapians told me all about it. I know the whole story. You must be the one they call Walnut.
Walnut.
Yes, Walnut. And you must be the Bellefleur. Well, what the Guru can do for you, to wit to woo.
Guru, we come from Auroville, 2 days walk downstream.
Yes, I know the whole story. You were on some insane mission upriver, pursued by the Guardians every step of the way. How are you still alive? You're insane. Oh, sounds like the Guardians have found you.
Crap, I thought we lost them. Guardians, not Goose friend. Last time Guardians come, we steal Goose Fry's chicken and fry it.
You go. When the Guardians come, we will take care of them.
Go? But where? We're stuck on the edge of this cliff. Listen, they're almost here. It's a disaster. Look, it even says the cliffs of surrender. Maybe we're just meant to give up. It's a sign.
Maybe it is not telling you to give up. Maybe it is telling you to surrender your fears and leap into the unknown. Who knows? Now you might also die. I've never tried.
I'm going to find out.
So before you decide the situation is tragic, start to believe in some jungle magic. But for now, hide behind us. Oh, here they come. Ready? Greetings, oh glorious, impractically decorated guard dogs. What fantastical circumstance brings you to this recently dank and smelly forest?
What? How dare you address the guardians of effluvium in that way?
Ooh, so scary.
We're in pursuit of a band of dangerous criminals.
Ooh.
Have you seen a scruffy-looking bunch of scraggy river dwellers pass through here?
Scruffy-looking bunch of little blah. You? No, nothing. Bye-bye.
Really? Oh well, then I agree. Minus us having a look around.
No, we do. We'd rather. Wait! Can I have your attention, please? Very obedient you will be until the moment I set you free. But for now, strike a pose!
What have you done to us? Why can't we move?
Did we not mention that aside from being awesome, Guru is also a practicing witch doctor?
This is just a little taste of jungle magic #1. We call it Guru Says.
Right. Interfering, troublemaking, fur-covered bandicoot. Just wait till we can move.
Guru says strike another pose! By then, here is where we'll no longer be. All right then, I can only do this jungle magic one more time, and after that it won't last long, so you better get going at the end of this song. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a little bit of jungle magic #2.
Hey, you, what you gonna do? Everybody get down in the jungly town to the magic groove of magic #2. Thanks to me, it's not up to you. You fried my special bird. This is now time for me to get hurt. I like walnut, chiku, flirt, and embrace them. The more I look, I think I like their face. So what can I do? I'd like to ask you to be your learning with disaster. Time to try a different style for a while. Be a bit more versatile. A little nature in your life, a little water by your side, a little bit of fruit is all you need, a little bit of sunlight is our creed, a little bit of planning in the sun, a little bit of starlight on my own, a little bit of freedom, here I am, all my joy is our plan. Jump up and move it all around. Shake your crazy head to the groovy sound. Put your both hands up, high in the sky. Bring it back down, move your hips all around. Take a one step left and one step right. Move to the front, come on, shake your little bump. I clap my hands once, I clap my hands twice because it's time. has come. Jump, jump, jump!
It's like a moss and lichen. I've never seen the likes of which before. It's like a trampoline, mattress. Fell in love.
What is this place? So beautiful.
I don't know, but I think we're safe from the guardians here. And I'm so tired. This might actually be a safe place to sleep.
You are so soft and dry.
In all my years, I've never seen trees such as these, and the air has a strange smell, like a witch. I've never smelt before. Most bizarre of all.
When today is like a precipice and you hover on its edge, you can teeter indecisively upon that window ledge until the unknown trope of tomorrow issues its clarion call and releases you from this quandary, whether to jump or fall. Sleep is a soft landing, whatever you decide. It comes with illustrations of the secrets it confides, the bedraggled rags of reality coming apart at the seam, to be seamlessly interwoven into the fabric of a dream. The loosened threads of mundanity fantastically intertwined into an elusive tapestry in the theatre of the mind.
But what? Visitors? After all this time, none have crossed the threshold since. What matter of creature is this? And how came it that they found themselves here? Perhaps they are the ones foretold in the prophecy. Some strange being from another land who come to set it right. Or they are sound asleep. For indeed, some of them do sound asleep. And they will not rouse while we walk, for as eyes awake, do dreams evaporate, and never the twain shall meet. Lest, of course, the sleeper in their dream awaken, to meet their dream awake asleep, and then the subconscious speak. Come, little bears.
Oh, look, newcomers.
Looks like they fell from the cliff. Are they dead?
No, just sleeping. I guess the super moms must have broken their fall. I knew it was springing, but I had no idea.
Let now the dust show souls concealed, and through divination of their purpose, perhaps we can their cause reveal.
Huh? What did you just say? No idea. Why does she always talk like that? Oh, backwards and stuff.
I think she wants to use the magic dust stuff to look into their dreams and find out what they want.
Why does she want to find out what they want?
So she can have them, dummy. Oh.
Butter, snuzzle, and fluff, bring now the dust, that the sleeper may myself their souls untrust.
She wants a poem that you collected from the vinegar flower. Hand it over.
Wait, what? I don't have it. Last time I saw it was with
Fluff, Fluff, give me the dust.
Me? Why would I have it? Water was the one who gathered it. Ask her.
I don't have it.
Yes, you do. Stop lying.
What? Why, you scruffy little rock bag.
Oh, look, here it is. Let these, the stuff of flowers a delight. Invite the dreamer self to join me tonight.
What's happening? Where am I? Oh, hello. Who are you? Oh, cute little.
What? Cute. We're not cute. We're tough.
Oh, quiet yourselves and behold this vision, whose dreamer self awakened, now stand amongst us, the subconscious reason.
Dream self? Does that mean I'm dreaming? But what am I doing here?
I have brought you into my world so that I might meet you and perhaps see your purpose unfurled.
My what unfurled?
She wants to know what you're doing and where you're going.
Oh, well, we're looking for the city of Effluvium, but we're lost and we don't know the way.
Effluvium? But that's a Mount Loftus, only 2 days' walk from here. But as you take the pass higher, you have no choice than to pass through the tempting village of desire.
Desire?
The very land of joy, where they were not but celebration, and each object was a toy.
Yes, that was until.
Until what? What happened?
JCB.
JCB? What's JCB?
The miserable, tree-eating dragon. JCB ruined it all.
It's a miserable tree-eating dragon.
Yes, but JCB wasn't always like this. He wasn't always miserable. The day he moved into the village, you couldn't imagine a happier dragon.
In the beginning, when he arrived, he got straight to work, digging tree holes for the new saplings and soap pits for the village's composting toilets.
And then, when he was done with his work, he'd play with the children, giving them rides in the shovel, and filling the forest with laughter.
And then what happened?
Then he got his new orders.
New orders?
Yeah, you know, from Wanto.
You mean the soft drink company that would have blocked the river?
Yes, and the force would come and threaten to darken the land, stealing joy in the name of progress.
That's the one. So one day, some new Wanto rats turn up and say, playtime is over. JCB has to stop playing and get to work, digging the service road for the factory. And since that day, he was never the same. No longer the happy-go-lucky dragon. He became a mean, nasty dragon.
Didn't play with the children anymore.
Told them to leave him alone.
He threatened to destroy everything. And now he's blocked the road to the village.
No one gets in, and no one gets out.
And that's gonna be a problem for you.
Because that's the only road to Effluvium.
Well, if that's the road we have to take, then if it's the only road, it's the one we'll have to take. Thank you for visiting me in my dream. When we wake up, we'll be straight on our way.
I will return you now to your sleeping rest, so that you may once again return to your quest. But before I do, please accept this gift that comes from a tree to you. This hopnut that grows in this hopnut tree grows between dreams and reality. Only when hope has left all. But you, may you crack this nut to make your dreams come true.
No, I'm not a special visitor. I just fell here by mistake. I just want to save the river and save my...
Oh, now, my beauty, let's lift your eyes and dear to awake restored and your direction clear.
How long were we asleep for?
I had the craziest dream.
super lost. Where are we? How are we ever gonna get to Mount Loftus now?
Well, I had this insane dream in which this glowing woman and then 3 little bears told me the way to a moon.
Really? Which way?
I know it's what dreams are like. It's probably just my subconscious desperately hoping that someone would show up and tell us the way. She did give me a gift, though. I wonder what that meant.
But what did she give you?
Well, I didn't have a chance to look at it. She put it in my hand. But this is it. How can it be here, real, when
Looks
when
like
it
some
was
kind of nut.
She said it was a whole nut.
Ooh, can we eat it?
No. She said to only crack it when hope has left all but you.
Maybe it was more than just a dream. Maybe she's some kind of like magical creature who can visit your dreams in like an alternate reality.
Okay, whatever. If this is real, then maybe the directions she gave you are real too. Where did she say we go?
That way. But she said the road is blocked by a grumpy dragon.
Wait, what? A dragon?
Yeah, it's so weird. But that's what she said. She said there was a grumpy dragon.
Well, where else are we gonna go? We can't get back up there, and even if we did, the Guardians will be there waiting for us. We have no choice but to follow Dream Girl's directions.
Straight into the jaws of a grumpy dragon.
I am the leader myself.
Village of Desire is a fairy tale founded on satisfaction. Anything else than pleasure was considered a distraction. The fraction of action to give satisfaction by instant gratification was simply a measure of the personal pleasure inflated by multiplication. Their food was organic and simply dynamic, like the permacultivated produce of solitude. Fertilized every day by Deseronians' droppings, since they were broad-minded enough not to think it crude. But nor did they shirk from the pleasurable work that manufactured their enjoyment. In fact, because everybody did what they liked, there was 100% employment. But like the shadow of night that falls on your plight when all you pursue is pleasure, or the pitfalls and traps put there to collapse your daily hunt for treasure, a terrible dragon had taken to terrorize the lives of these tiny town folk. They tried to disgrace and laugh in his face, but in the end it just wasn't a joke. If ever there was a monster, technically designed to scare the wits out of innocent people who just happen to be aware the pursuit of happiness is a high priority, it's a scandalous invention, the dreaded JCB. It's foul and it growls and it farts and it howls and it moves by hydraulic suction. Its tiny brain explains its claim to wreak ruin and destruction. It roars and snores and claws at God's creation. It's a devil, it's evil, its intent is devastation. Unaware that it causes a holocaust in the massive carbon dioxide it exhausts. The worst thing was, it was temperamental. Its temper instrumental to see. But the mayor of Desire was sure that he had the solution to deal with the JCB.
The time has come for the tyranny to end. No longer will we, the good people of Desire, suffer under the reign of terror wrought by JCB the Dragon. To dispatch this loathsome creature, I've summoned here none other than the finest, fittest, and most attractive warrior that Desire has to offer. None here can be unfamiliar with the radiant power and perfection that is Agapanthus!
Agapanthus! Well now, with my superior fitness, muscles, symmetry, agility, and Russian good looks. Quickly dismiss JCB back to the scrapyard where he belongs. How? First, I will do with my beauty. and dizziness with my cultivated, natural, aromatic body. Acquired from years of sleeping in sandalwood shavings and drinking pure jasmine tea. Then I will dispatch this thing to the wrecking yard, never more to trouble the innocent Disaronians with his grumpiness. Fear not! Watch now, as I make good my promise with a single blow from Excalibur! Behold, foul beast, meet now thy match, for it is with absolute surety I can confidently say you have never gazed upon one so fit, so charming, or fearsome as me, the great and humble Vagabondos! Prepare to be rendered into metal shavings with a mighty blow from Excalibur!
No, my crystal scimitar! Not Excalibur! It's a one-off and it's my shiniest sword! Please give it back!
Oh dear. What was plan B again?
Oh, there was no plan B, Your Honor. Remember? You were so sure that Agapantus will turn JCB into scrap metal that you had me prepare a victory feast.
Well then, the day isn't a complete waste. Let's eat!
Not so fast, Mayor Horsefly. If I understand correctly, you brought that warrior here to destroy me. It was your express purpose to have him, how did he put it, dispatch me to the wrecking yard.
Well, you'll have to understand. You've been in such a bad mood lately, and now you've blocked the road. Oh, look, these weary travelers, they've obviously traveled far to get here, and now they'll go hungry and thirsty because of you. Is that what you want? What happened to you? You used to be so kind and friendly and nice. We all loved you like a—
Shut up! Enough of your sentimental nonsense. Times have changed. I've changed. Get used to it. You want to is here now, and when they've built their factory, things will never go back to the way they were. Now, get out of here, all of you, for the next few minutes may contain scenes disturbing to some viewers.
This machine is obviously in pain. That's why he's behaving this way. Isn't there something you can do? You're a trained ballistic mechanic.
Well, I'm not technically trained. I'm more kind of self-taught.
Whatever, you're good with machines. Go work your magic.
Be careful, he looks really grumpy.
Hello, Mr. Dragon.
What? Who are you? Travelers. Get out of here before I fry you like a papadum.
Okay. Really, but before we go, I couldn't help but noticing that sound. You seem to be misfiring a lot.
What? So what if I am? What business is it of yours anyway? And what would you know about misfiring?
Well, quite a lot, actually, and I think I might be able to help you. Misfiring doesn't feel very nice now, does it?
Of course it doesn't feel nice. But how would you know that? You're not a machine.
Well, no, but if I may, with your permission, make just one small...
What are you doing? Get away from me! Why are you interfering, troublesome tweaker? Oh, when I get my digger on you, you'll be...
Feels better, doesn't it?
I suppose it does feel a bit better.
Well, how would you like to feel a lot better?
What do you mean?
Well, let me have a closer look at you and see what's going on under the bonnet.
All right, but no funny business.
All right.
One wrong move and I'll wood chip you.
Okay. So, let's look here. So your battery's charged. There's plenty of spirit in the tank. Aha! Here's your problem. The contacts on your psychic spark plug are blocking confusion and black with obedience. I'm gonna have to scrub that off. Okay. Now, I'm gonna give you some Soul Vent 59. That'll vent any pent-up soul. I recognize your symptoms. You're suffering from chronic futility syndrome. And because of that, I'm going to have to restart your system. So I'm going to give you...
Please, no anti-robotics.
Oh, no. It's all psychotherapy. Okay, so here's 200 milligrams of purpose. I'm going to give you 150 milligrams of courage. And let's just give you the entire bottle of renewables. Okay, so now we're going to have to try a push start. So I'm going to need everybody's help. Okay, I'm going to count down and you're going to push. 3, 2, 1, push! Okay, again. 3, 2, 1, push! Okay, one last time. 3, 2, 1, push!
Well, I once felt funny, well, I didn't know. Now I feel ready to go. Can't come to stop me. Stop my accelerator. You can do anything, but don't say my purpose ain't true. Hear a knocking sound, open up my hood. Keep me running like an engine shirt. I know that you tired of my screws, but honey, get off my tracks and don't shoot. Now my purpose is true. You can do anything, but don't say my purpose ain't true. They burn my oil, steal my wheels, beat my diesel till my motor squeals. Do anything that you wanna do, but I know my purpose is true. Now my purpose is true. You can do anything, but don't say my purpose ain't true. Woo! Sparking gasket. I feel amazing. I feel incredible. I had completely forgotten what it felt like to just be me. This is incredible. Thank you. Thank you. I never want to go back to how I was. I'm never cutting another tree in my life. I just want to go back to digging tree holes and playing games with the children.
Don't want to destroy the village anymore?
Of course not. This is my home.
That means you let us pass?
Absolutely. How can I ever repay you for giving me new life? And you're some kind of mechanical, energetic genius.
Hey friend, may I borrow your ukulele for a second?
Of course.
Thank you. I can hear clearly now, your pain is gone. All of your energies have been realigned. Your hidden potential now it springs to life. I'll fix you up right, you'll shake away. I'll fix you up right, you'll shake away. Now that your spirit's free, you can feel your tank. All of the residue has been washed away. This is the outcome I was hoping for. I'll fix you up right, they'll cheek away. I'll fix you up right, they'll cheek away. Look all around, there's nothing but energy. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but energy. I can hear clearly now, your pain is gone. All of your energies have been realigned. Your hidden potential now it springs to life. I'll fix you up right, they'll cheek away. I'll fix you up right, they'll cheek away. I'll fix you up right, they'll cheek away.
This is wonderful news. Please join us tonight for dinner as our guest of honor.
Rain is a party!
We have to get going first thing in the morning, so I think. Oh, nonsense! You're not going anywhere until you've enjoyed a hearty breakfast. Fresh googleberry pancakes with butternut cream.
Aye. Come on, Fleur. You've been through so much and been traveling so hard, carving stuff for one day.
I could really use some fresh googleberry pancakes and butternut salt.
Yeah, and I want to tour your waste, garbage, and recycling processing units and see how you guys do it to learn these kind of things.
Well, then it's decided. You'll stay with us in Desire for as long as, well, you desire.
But I suppose we could stay for a little while. You're all so lovely.
Yes.
Ah, that's the street. Let's go.
If I've only been a racehorse, it would have been a bad bet. You don't put your money on a screwball and yet he had what it takes to take what he got, to wherewithal to strike while the iron is hot. He had what you might call a philosophy that life is whatever you make it to be. And as far as it went, he knew what mattered. He knew which side of the bread that was buttered. But there comes a point when the spiritual guide needs to gather his gadgets and step aside.
Good morning, sleepyheads. Who wants a hot cup of freshly ground jumpstart, huh?
Oh, yes, please. What time is it? What day is it? It's sometimes in the middle of the morning. And today is a big day. It's a lunar eclipse. What? The lunar eclipse today? But we have to rescue Cassandra. We have to get to Cassandra. But how? How will we rescue her? I don't know, but staying here any longer isn't going to save the river or our village. Come on.
But must you go so soon? Just stay one more night. We've made your favorite food for dinner tonight. Scrambled bean kurumbu.
Scrambled bean korumbu? Scrambled bean korumbu, you say? Well, I suppose we could stay.
Yes.
But no, what am I saying? We have to go. If we don't leave now, we'll never leave. Come on. Then at least take this sandwiches for them. I hope you insist.
Thank you.
Eyeball, you coming?
No way. What fool would leave all this deliciousness for definite suffering and guaranteed viciousness? From here on, it gets hard. And I'm simply near the mood. I think I'll stay and get a wee bit more food if I can.
This whole quest was your idea.
Is it? Ah, well, it doesn't matter. You'll be fine. You're giving your way. You'll be fine. Bye-bye. Have a nice time, right?
All right, thanks, Eyeball. Thanks for everything.
Listen, son, it's been a pleasure. But remember this. When it really begins, look for answers within. Got it?
I think I've heard just about enough waffly philosophy for one day.
Right then. Could I get a wee bit more of that Googleberry wine and scrambled bean stuff?
There's a clearly discernible distinction that scientists insist to have found between people who live in the forest and citizens who live in the town. The town, they say, is run on permission, and the insatiable need to take names is fueled by an insatiable suspicion that there aren't enough rules to the game. The forest life is also insatiable, with scorpion ants, bats, dirt and dust, but true to peasant traditions, it's demountably founded on trust. The urban reality comes with a price. In fact, it's a very close shave. On the one hand, it's skating on very thin ice. On the other, it's back to life in the cave. The country life, by comparison, ideally lives in a tree, untrammeled by the glamour of progress, the engine of bureaucracy. But in the end, it's the name that we give to the game that defines human unity. Because we are who we are and we do what we like, it's called biodiversity. But it ain't going to change until it's way out of range and we call it a catastrophe.
Why are you dressed like that? All that matters! Wait, are you... Guys! I'm so sorry. We've just never met anyone dressed like you. Not at all. Of course you haven't. Here at Effluvium, we dress how we feel. We express ourselves and our unique individuality.
Our freedom of expression is a reflection of Effluvium's advanced civilization. Sometimes we also just laugh when we feel like.
Here at Effluvium, we're encouraged to take pride in our work, regardless of what it is.
For example, we have the honor of being responsible of the laundry of the city officials. We wash all their dirty laundry, and we love every minute of it. Our life here is near perfection.
If not for that horrid sludge lake at the bottom of the mountain, in fact, it would be perfect. But there it is, getting bigger every day, and no one knows why.
But soon, Uwanto will save the city with its amazing Uwanto factory.
It'll be the biggest Uwanto bottling plant ever built.
They will process all the sludge and make it go away. And also, construct you want a tower. Affordable luxury apartments, medium density accommodation solutions. Guess who's moving?
Pity about the river, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's the price of progress. Hey, are you thirsty? Would you like a drink?
Yes, please, I'm super thirsty.
Well, then you're in luck, because ever since Yuwanto partnered with the city, they've given us all the Yuwanto we can drink for free. Isn't it great?
Yes, thanks. Do you maybe have some water?
No. All the city water now goes into Yuwanto. It's a synthetic flavored vitamin drink. It's good for you.
Drink up.
Isn't it great?
Delicious.
It's an acquired taste.
You'll get used to it eventually. It's good for you.
Thanks.
Finished already? But it's almost full.
Yeah, I'm not that thirsty anymore.
Oh, well, you don't need that anymore. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why did you do that? That was a perfectly good bottle. You could have reused it for something else.
Reuse it. You're funny. Why would we reuse it when we have an infinite supply? Look, they're free.
What? Do you just throw everything away like that?
Sure do, absolutely. Where does it go?
Where does it go? Talk.
Listen to this. It goes away. But where is away? Who cares? It's gone. We never have to worry about it again.
But do you have to throw everything into these drains?
No, sir. We have many drains all over the city. We also throw things into the toilet.
Yeah, it's super convenient, especially when you're at home.
Wait, everything into the toilet? Yep, it's great. Plastic bag, food scrap, old shoes, it all just disappears forever.
I don't think it just disappears. I have an idea of where it goes.
What did you say?
I said, I think I know where all the rubbish goes after you throw it away.
So do we. It goes away!
What do you mean, Grace?
Look,
Oh, what is that?
that's your sludge lake. And there are the 2 bottles you just threw in it. I can see them with my far looker.
That's impossible. Those bottles were probably thrown there by some irresponsible citizen. Okay, let's do a test. Why don't we throw something unique into the drain and see if it comes out on the sludge lake?
What nonsense! To prove to you that there is no connection between the drains and the lake, I will flush my beautiful red scarf monogrammed with my initials down the drains, and you will see that it disappears forever and does not end up in the lake.
Not your custom, Pashmina!
Oh, pish posh! I was growing tired of it anyway, and it's for a good cause. Sayonara, Pashmina.
Oh, you're so noble!
You can look all you like, for as long as you like, but you will never see my beautiful scarf in the sludge lake, because there's no connection.
There it is.
Yup, it just surfaced on the edge of the lake. That's impossible.
What's impossible?
But how can it be? Your Pashmina, it's there. I recognize it.
Oh, let me see that thing. But what? My Pashmina in the sludge? Inconceivable! What is this tube of lies?
It's my invention. I call it a far looker. It allows you to see far. What you see is true. It doesn't lie.
But if that is true, then everything I have believed all my years in this city is false. The things we throw in the drains don't just go away. They end up in the lake.
Is it possible? We are the cause of the sludge lake? Oh my God. Through our ignorance, we've created our own disaster. We're the problem. And it's not just your problem. It's affecting the entire river. The sludge is spilling into the river, turning it pink for some reason.
Pink, you say? But that can only be our famous hair pinkening shampoo. But that would mean that
Everything that you throw into your drains and your toilets, your shower water, your sewage, it all goes into this sludge lake.
But don't panic. It's all going to be okay. Once the new Uwanto factory is ready, it's going to suck up all the sludge and turn it into healthy Uwanto drinks. Oh, but it's going to destroy the river in the process.
I suppose that's the price of progress. But once the housing complex is built, you'll all be able to buy beautiful apartments in the Uwanto towers.
But I don't want to live in an apartment. I want to live by the river, like I always have.
Is Uwanto the only solution? Now that you know that you're causing the sludge lake by throwing all your garbage into the drains and toilets, couldn't you just put less into it?
Well, that would have been a brilliant idea months ago, but now it's too late. The fireflies choose a new oracle tonight. Yeah, we know.
The magistrates have ensured that there's only one candidate on the mountain tonight, Madam Pompous Crumpet.
That means this pompous crumpet will become the oracle tonight?
Exactly. After that, she'll have ultimate power over effluvium, and the guardians will make sure of that.
Her first act as oracle will be to authorize Prospertopolis to blast the hillside and block the river so that they can start building the Uwanto factory.
Prospertopolis?
Doxianos Prospertopolis, head of Uwanto Corporation.
Well, we can't let that happen.
We have to free Cassandra.
But that's impossible. The only key to her prison hangs on the chain around Madam Crumpet's neck.
You'll never get anywhere near it.
But if the residents just see that they're causing this sludge lake, they could just change their behavior.
I just don't think that's going to happen. You would have to convince the magistrates, and they don't listen to anybody.
Except Prospertopolis.
We have to at least try.
Yeah, let's go. Where are these magistrates? Okay, I'll show you, but I keep telling you, it's too late. It's already getting dark.
To be a magistrate, it is crucial to assume an air of expertise. You are then officially entitled to wave your finger as you please. You can assume an air of self-importance and be taken seriously. You can make all sorts of majestic pronouncements imperiously. It doesn't really matter whether you know what you're talking about, just to have a strong opinion and when in doubt to shout. After all, an opinion is only a distraction from the global main attraction. It's a vain claim of an ego to a brain. It's a vortex of confusion in a toilet of delusion. It's a conviction that water's going down the drain. You have at your fingertips an amazing amount of power. You can wield from a coffee-pal armchair ensconced in an ivory tower. And if you countenance any uncertainty, don't let it show, for you have the authority to pronounce yes or no. On environmental issues, you can also be a judge about who should be responsible for the collective sludge. There's nowhere in the city it can possibly go. Let's pour it into the forest. Nobody will ever know. From there it will find its way into the lake, where it will be turned into Uwanto for everybody's sake.
Are the funding applicants ready, Calculus?
Well, Madam Pompous Crumpet, please welcome Queen of Hugo.
Greetings, O radiant eminences. All I request is 17 billion snapples for the construction of my maniacal mansions in the community that extracts.
All in favor?
Aye. Introducing Doxianos Prospertopolis from Uwanto Corporation.
Russell! What is up, my dude? Was that a great night last night or what?
Sure was.
So, what can we help you with today?
Well, I don't suppose you could loan or give me about 150 dodecatrillion schnapples for the construction of the new Uwanto factory and residential towers.
All in favor?
Aye. Jolly. Tell you.
Well, that's everyone, your radiant eminences. We have a buffet of deep-fried lumpy puffs waiting for us at the banquet before we get ready for the naming of the oracle ceremony tonight. Madam Pompous Crumpet, this is a great night for you, so I say we wrap this up.
Wait a second. What about us?
What? And who are you?
I'm Rosella. Rosella Smoothie, remember? I spoke with you a month ago about our application. I gave you the form.
But you're not on the list.
Yes, we are. Right here.
Here there. I can't even read my own writing. Rosella smoothie from Scrofulous Forest. All right, but make it quick. We have a banquet to attend to.
All we request is 20 snapples for the alternative autonomous Pilgrims Gathering community dinner performance.
20 snapple? Outrageous! And for what? A community dinner performance. You think you can go around here doing what you want?
We'll do this thing there! Such irreverence! How can we support you if there is no reverence?
It is clearly our mandate to discourage exactly this sort of thing. All opposed?
What sort of thing? You didn't even come to see the last thing we did.
We don't need to. We know your kind.
Nay, we unanimously agree that you set a bad example to the community. 0 schnappels for you and 0 schnappels for your irreverent project.
But it's a community event.
Enough! The magistrate have spoken. It is final. There is no discussion. Goodbye.
Your Eminences, before you leave, these visitors have come up with a plan to reduce the sludge and save the river.
What will be the nature of this plan?
These visitors have observed that the things we throw in the drains don't just go away.
Oh, really? How interesting. And if these things do not just go away, where do they go then? Into the sludge lake?
Yes, the sludge lake is no longer a mystery. It's the result of the residents throwing their garbage into the drains and the toilets. We saw it with our own eyes.
Well, of course it is.
What? You know that the sludge lake is caused by the residents?
My dear girl, this is common knowledge among us, city leaders. We just saw no reason to trouble the common people with information that is beyond their capacity to understand. Beyond our capacity to understand? You mean you've let us all unknowingly contribute to the sludge without sharing this information? What would be the point? The residents will never change their habits. I mean, wouldn't you rather throw your waste into the toilet than what? Separate it into organic, inorganic, metal, glass, reuse, reduce, recycle, repair, create a compost pile?
And next, you will be suggesting that we grow vegetable with the compost. And water our garden with the waste from the shower and sink.
Anyway, there's no need for all of that. From now on, you Wanto will take care of all of our problems. They will be in charge of the sludge and the water.
But to do this, they have to block the river?
Of course, you don't get something from nothing.
But what about all the villagers? What will happen to them?
Well, they will live in apartments, or if you want to, residential towers, which will feature swimming pools, fuzzball courts, horse parking, and much, much more. Welcome to the future.
Anyway, this river village represents inefficient land use.
But where will they get the money to buy these apartments?
Loans, my boy, that they will be able to pay off by working in the You Want To factory. Isn't it great?
You can see that we have thought about everything. You don't need to worry.
You don't even need to think. All you need to do is what you are told. Because everything has been perfectly planned. And we know best.
Once I am Oracle, every resident of Effluvium will hang on our every single word.
What about this Cassandra girl? I heard she was the student of the previous Oracle. Shouldn't she be given a chance at the Firefly selection process?
I don't expect you, River-dweller, to understand. But she has no office experience, no planning qualification, and no accounting training.
We remove her from the process to avoid embarrassing her.
She's being safely held under a lock and only key.
And thanks to our action, order will be restored.
From tomorrow, progress will be quick and efficient.
Let nothing stand in the way of progress.
And now we have a banquet to enjoy, a river to dam, and a factory to build. Let's go.
Farewell. Dismissed.
Oh my god. We have to free Cassandra.
You have to get her to the top of Mount Loftus.
But how? You saw the key hanging around that trumpet's neck. We're never gonna get anywhere near it. It's hopeless.
Well, I'm not giving up. Tongue and Puff, can you take us to the vault?
Of course, and the good news is they're so confident no one will ever break the door or the lock that it's almost never guarded.
The bad news is they're right. The vault was built centuries ago from unbreakable materials. In 500 years, no one has even come close to getting through it.
Well, we have to at least try. Take us to the vault.
Fact of a city that is secured by lock and key. And that can be a problem if you're not Harry Houdini. When our obsession with possession is defining who we are, refining how we're dining in our shiny new car, it's no wonder we've encapsulated secrecy from the occasional invasion of our privacy. But when the purpose of the prison is political detention, there will always be a popular support for intervention. And currently Cassandra is such a calamity that she's going to need some dynamite if she's ever going to be free. But our little band of pilgrims is a credibly competent crew. The brains of their operation is a holistic mechanic, Chiku. And there's an immediate imperative to do whatever they can. So it falls to Chiku to cleverly come up with a plan.
Dinner time, Cassandra. I've made your favorite scrumble bean pancake and a googleberry syrup. Cassandra? Yes, I am. But how can I be hungry at a time like this? Yes, I know it's terrible, but what can we do? The Guardians have us all scared to death. But don't they see that this outcome is bad for everyone? Most of the Guardians don't like it either, but they're too scared to disobey the magistrates. It's so wrong. How can 5 people control an entire city? I wish there was something we could do, but we've got no choice but to just accept it. They told me not to talk to you. I better leave before they get suspicious.
Whoa! This door is solid!
No getting past that.
I told you this was a stupid idea.
impenetrable. Chico, any thoughts?
I'm in the business of healing broken machines. And that machine, perfect health, let me tell you.
It's hopeless, I told you. Now what do we do?
We have to get that key. Tell him, Puff, think. There must be a way.
Well, she wears the key around her neck night and day. The only time she'll ever take it off is for the possessions ritual, but that's one of the
what ritual?
Before they climb Mount Loftus, all candidates, well, the only candidate, is required to remove all possessions to indicate that they've renounced their sense of possession.
Of course, after the ceremony, they can just take it all back. Which is exactly what Crumpy will do with the key.
That means that you'll take off the key during the entire ceremony.
Yes, but there's no way we'll get anywhere near it. The possessions are carefully guarded by the highly secretive possession committee, whose faces are masked, so that no one will know of their identity.
Plus, they'll be on extra high alert this time, as the main possession in question is the key to the vault.
Masked? Extra high alert? The only person who'll ever see the key other than Pompous Crumpet will be whichever of those masked goons she gives it to?
Oh my God, Walnut. That's it, you're a genius!
I am? I mean, of course I am. Can you explain how exactly I'm a genius?
Yeah. You just said it. The only person who will have access to that key, besides Crumpet, will be one of those masked goons.
And if they're masked, then nobody will know who they are.
I don't understand how that makes one not a genius, or helps us in a way.
But you're surely not suggesting...
We sure are. All we have to do is disguise ourselves as the possessions committee, and Crumpet will just hand us the key like that easy.
Fantastic! But for the tiny issue of having to find that disguise in the next 30 minutes.
As you may recall, you are presently in the company of the proud custodians of the city official laundry, where we have a room that is filled with the uniforms of all the city officials, including the possessions.
What are we waiting for? Let's get to the laundry. We're running out of time.
Wait! The possession committee has only 4 members. Who will go?
I'll happily sit this one out.
Walnut, no! This is our quest. You two have done enough. This is our risk to take.
Okay, maybe we'll finally get something to eat at this banquet.
At any self-respecting ceremony, there should be a surplus of food, where any form of self-indulgence would be sure to be seen as rude. But to keep their feelings secret would be too much to ask, so it's fortunate their faces will be hidden by a mask. It might not surprise us that beneath their disguises our heroes are hungry and tired. But Walnut is famished, his self-control vanished. One small mouthful is all he desired. But how to engage in a mouthful when your face isn't there to exist, and a table laden with scrumptions is a temptation too strong to resist.
Captain. Whatever happened to this bottle that Cassandra threw in the river? Do you think it's possible somebody might have found it and read the message?
Rest assured, I have seen it destroyed. And even if someone had read that message, what could that stupid girl have written that could possibly make anyone go out on a limb to help her? Help, help, come and save me. No chance.
Glad to hear it, Captain.
Attention, attention, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to this auspicious pre-ceremony banquet. And may I draw now your attention to the woman of the moment, your soon-to-be new oracle, Madam Miraculous Productions.
Once I am oracle, I will usher in a new age, an age of rule by the chosen one. Thank you. We will make sure that...
Yes, once Madam Crumpet is chosen, we will begin to fire the explosives, to dam the river, and the construction will begin of our glorious new Uwanto factory.
Yes, yes. And tomorrow, the sun will rise on... ladies and gentlemen, it seems like the possession committee has arrived. Please, all bow.
change the
We
plan.
moved things forward in order to enhance the ceremony.
Because, you must surrender your sense of possession of the expected for the unexpected. It's not yours to be owned. It's not yours to own.
Yeah, and that's why,
without any further ado, we would like to...
Weren't we supposed to wait until after the Googleberry toast?
Oh, no, that's all been changed ever since the Googleberry incident of 75.
I'm not familiar with that incident. What exactly?
Oh, of course not. You're just too young. Terrible it was, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Yes, yes, it was.
That's why we took an executive decision to change the timing just like that for no reason whatsoever.
Are you quite sure about this?
Oh, yes, absolutely, 100%, definitely, yes. Yes, so, if you'd like to now hand over the key, and then we'll be on our mysterious way.
Well, I suppose you are the possession committee after all, so here you go. Promise me you'll take good care of it. I'll be wanting this back tonight.
Hey, what are you doing? I thought you weren't meant to reveal your identity.
Do you recognize me?
No, I haven't seen you before in my life.
So then you don't know my identity, see?
Wait a second. Who are you? Do you even live in Auroville?
I'm a mysterious member of the...
Wait a minute. I recognize you. You're one of those dirty river dwellers from that crappy little village. You're another one.
Who are you? You're not the possession committee. You're imposters, here to steal the key and free that traitorous girl.
Oh, you meddling, conniving, sneaky, tricky little things. You want to get into that boat so badly, you'll have your wish. Guards, seize these criminals and lock them up.
Oh dear. Well, in light of things, I propose we adjourn this banquet and head straight up to the mountains. The sooner we get you announced as the oracle, the better.
Yes, well said. All right, everybody. Party is over. It's time to climb Mount Loftus.
When you're forced to take your chances on random circumstances, there's no telling how the quelling might conspire. Because as our tale is unfolding, it gets colder as it's older, and increasingly the straits are looking dire. They're forced to muster their resources because the force of all the causes can only send them crazy or go tearing at their hair. So it's in that state of desperation that the thought of liberation reaches deeply into an area where their secret thoughts are hidden and thinking is forbidden. Let it release the private anguish that's imprisoned in a prayer. To be tellingly trapped in a solitary cell after what they've been through would be tragic. Their only resort is the thought that they're caught in a maze that's configured by magic.
Oh my god, they did it! They got the key!
I hope you're going to like your new home. You're going to be here for a long time. Depending how long you live, that is.
Are you freaking kidding me? You got caught? And now not only am I not free, I'm stuck in here with you idiots! Ugh, I can't believe this! We're so sorry, Your Holiness. We failed. There's nothing more that can be said or done.
This is all your fault. Why did you have to take off your mask?
I was so hungry and cake looked so yummy and I was so hungry and I didn't think, I didn't
Exactly,
think.
you didn't think it out because of you were stuck in this box forever, you chocolate coated pudding nut.
Whoa! Cool down, Chico. You're not making things any better. Freaking out like that. We all knew that something like this could happen and it was going to be dangerous.
Thanks, Grace, but
She's right. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't be in here. Now we're stuck here forever. I just want to die. Hopeless.
Grace, do you remember back in Desire, Eyeball said something to you? Something about hope. What was that again?
What does that have to do with anything? It was one of his weird spiritual rhymes or something. It's like, at the end of the road, it really begins.
When all hope fades, but France is within.
Wow, that's really helpful. It doesn't get more within than stuck inside a vault forever.
Eyeball was trying to send us a message.
Maybe. It's reminding me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. The end of the road. Well, it feels like that's where we are now.
You think? Brilliant. Very helpful.
When all hope fades, look for answers within.
Fleur! Within your bag! You remember? At the cliffs of surrender. You jumped and fell asleep, and a dream woman. What did she give you?
That's it. She gave the hope nut. What did she say? When hope is left, all but you, crack this nut to make your dreams come true.
Oh, what are you idiots up to now? We're gonna be stuck here for a long time, and you're already starting to get on my nerves.
Chico, give us your hammer or screwdriver, something.
Sure, but I don't know what you're expecting to find. I wouldn't have much hope if I were you.
We're never going to open this with this stupid screwdriver.
How many times do I have to tell you? Keep it down.
Whoa. Is that what I think it is?
That looks like a key, but it can't be.
Dare we try it?
What are we waiting for?
Come on, let's get Cassandra to that ceremony.
In order to exacerbate the endless daily grind, it can be provident to celebrate whatever you can find. The endless creation of auspicious occasions, irrespective of religious or political persuasions. Birthdays and birthdays and solstices and such can never be considered to be too many or too much. And we particularly and prominently feel the pull when the moon is eclipsing, but also when it's full. For it is then that the culmination of astronomical occlusions can create a surge in the conversions of occultic illusions. Vampires and werewolves run rampantly around. Even enchanted fireflies can sometimes be found. So finally our heroes, like strands of a rope, sprung from their prison by the golden key of hope. And finally Cassandra, now that she's free, can keep her appointment with destiny, with Fleur and the rivulets there for the ride, unaware that fickle fate is on their side.
How much longer is this going to take? Couldn't I just get this over with?
Atop this mountain many moons ago, as a teacher delivered wisdom to her gathered students one night, an eclipse stole the moon's light and threw the mountain into darkness.
Suddenly, as if from nowhere, a swarm of fireflies came to illuminate the teacher's face, so that
her teachings could continue.
From that day on, she became known as the Oracle. Now she has left us, but only days before another rare
Eclipse of the moon. We have gathered here tonight the candidate for selection. When the fireflies emerge, they will choose from the next Oracle of Effluvium.
Wait! There is one more candidate in tonight's ceremony. I am Cassandra, the favorite student of the Oracle, and to become the next oracle.
What? But how do you get out of the vote?
This is most irregular.
I'm sorry you cannot be part of this.
This is outrageous. You are completely inappropriate.
She is a...
Convicted criminal.
Quiet, please. Yes. Good evening, Cassandra and associates. I see that you've managed to free yourself from the vault. Well, nothing would give us greater pleasure than to include you in this ceremony. I'm afraid to say you're ineligible. So sorry. Next time, perhaps. Well, if you'd be so kind, our friendly guardians here would escort you all safely back to the vault. Guards, lock them up and make sure that they don't escape!
No! I will not go, and you will not make me. I am rightfully entitled to be part of the ceremony. You're just scared that the Fireflies will choose me instead of your crumpet here.
Of course not. The magistrates and I, we're deeply committed to a fair and transparent selection process to select the best oracle for the city. It just so happens there is only one eligible candidate. And a very good one, I might add.
Thank you.
The fault is yours. You refused to collaborate, you avoided arrest, and then you disseminated this highly destabilizing message. You left us with no choice. Guards, seize them.
Wait! If you're so concerned with finding the best possible oracle for the city, then why not have faith in the process?
Sorry, what did you say?
Let Cassandra be part of the ceremony and let the Fireflies choose. If they choose Crumpet, then so be it. But if they choose Cassandra, then obviously that's the way it's meant to be.
That sounds fair to me. Look, silence! I've heard just about enough of this nonsense. The answer is no. The guards will escort these people back to the vault this instant so we can get this ceremony over with and get on with building this city. Now, for the last time, guards, take these prisoners, lock them away forever this time.
Well, forever is a really long time.
What did you say?
Yeah, also what she said about letting the Fireflies choose. It's kind of reasonable.
I mean, isn't that how it was meant to be in the first place? That the Fireflies get to choose?
You dare question my authority, Captain. Ensure that these men are stripped of their rank and expelled from the city. After they escort the criminals back to the vault, of course.
Of course. You heard him, fools! Take these criminals, lock them in the vault, and this time destroy that key!
No! You can't do this!
Can you not just get these people out of here? Why do I have to do everything myself?
It has begun. The eclipse of the moon is upon us.
Okay, so quickly, take them away.
Silence! There must be no movement during the passing of the shadow, lest we disturb the Fireflies and they do not emerge.
It's literally going to get you.
Silence! Let the candidate approach the podium. And now in the darkness, where there is no light, let the flies of fire light up the night! Let the flies of fire light up the night!
Okay, I think we've all heard about enough of this. I don't think anybody here was literally expecting magic fireflies to suddenly come flying out of the mountain. I mean, maybe back in the day when those peasants did the ceremony.
Silence!
Listen.
I don't hear anything. What the hell? Yes! Haha, the Fireflies have chosen Madam Crumpet as the new oracle!
Yes! I knew it! I knew it all along! I am the chosen one!
Yes.
No. like me. I can't make them go away.
There is a reason why they will not leave you, Your Grace.
Your Grace? Who's your Grace?
The fireflies have chosen. All bow before. What's your name, Your Grace?
Oh, hi. I'm Fleur. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All bow before Fleur, the Oracle.
What are you doing? Bow immediately before the Oracle. I'm sorry, Your Grace, it won't happen again under my watch. All will bow in your presence.
No. I'm no oracle. What are you doing? She's the oracle. They were supposed to pick her. Everyone stand up. Cassandra's the oracle. Stand up, everyone. Everyone,
stand up. The Oracle has spoken.
This is just ridiculous. She can't be the Oracle.
Quiet, you! How dare you question the Oracle? Did the Oracle say you could question her? Because I didn't hear anything.
But wait, Fleur, you're what now? The Oracle?
Yes, she's the Oracle. Did you see? The fireflies clearly chose her.
It comes as no surprise to us, Your Grace.
You're definitely Oracle material.
Guys, I don't. I'm no oracle. I just want to save the river and go back to little old Auroville.
Consider it done. Nobody will block the river. It will continue to flow. The Guardians will make sure of that. Yuanto will need to find its water supply elsewhere. Silence!
Whoa! Look at you, Fleur. So powerful. Everyone is exactly what you say.
Of course, she is the Oracle. Her every word is law.
But I don't want to be oracle.
What? You don't want to be Oracle?
But Your Grace, there is no higher honor in the land. How could you not want to be oracle?
I just don't. I just want to go back to my quiet little life on the river before all of this began. I have an idea. What if I pick someone else to be oracle?
That's a brilliant idea! Your Grace. Obviously, Madam Grumpy is the most suitable candidate. Just to help you make your decision a little easier, might I interest you in an executive suite in Yuanto Tower? Like a little holiday home for where river life gets a bit too boring.
Your Grace! You absolutely cannot. You know that they will block the river the moment they have power. And that I was the chosen one of the oracle all along. You must choose me.
No. You cannot possibly choose this arrogant child. Imagine being ruled by her.
Why, you dirty rat guy? You'll just destroy us. Quiet! I need a moment to think. I have it. I've decided. As the next oracle of the fluvium and all the land, I choose everyone. What? Yes, that's right. We're all the oracle now. That means you don't have to listen to any leader or do what anyone says. You just have to do what you believe is right.
Okay. So as everyone is the Oracle, that makes me the Oracle too. And as my first command, I order the guards to lock these prisoners in the vault forever.
Right. About that, in case you didn't hear what she just said, everyone is the Oracle now. That makes us the Oracle too. And we don't have to do what you or anybody else tells us to do.
Yes. Captain, discipline these men and expel them from the city.
No.
What? No.
I don't feel like it. And even if I did, they don't have to listen to me anymore. And from now on, I don't have to take orders from anybody. Especially not you.
And I don't think your river blasting crew are going to do what you say either. Because last time I heard, they quite like the river and would rather not destroy it.
Hey! Who wants to go for a walk in the moonlight? See the town by night?
Yeah, sounds good. You coming, Captain?
Thank you. But I think I'd like to escort these oracles back to their village. I'll go and get provisions for that journey.
That's sweet, but you don't have to do that anymore. We're all the oracles, you included, remember?
like to go on a bit of an adventure. You guys go ahead and have fun, and I'll see you when I get back.
What? Missing an adventure? No way, I'm coming too.
And me.
Well, let's go together. Okay, let's prepare for this trip. Okay, we see you guys at the gate when you're ready to leave. Come on, guys. We need water. We need bread. We need butter. We need cheese.
Wait for me. Where are you going? We have to strategize. This can't be over. We have to make plan B.
Well done, Fleur. Well, it kind of seemed like the only solution.
Cool. That means I'm the oracle and I can do whatever I want.
As long as it's what you believe is right.
Well, I guess that's goodbye then.
It won't be the same here without you.
You should come see us in Auroville. There'll always be a spot on the river for the both of you.
Thank you.
Bye. See you later. Soon, I hope.
We better get going?
Yeah.
You see? You got what you wanted. You're Oracle.
I guess so. Well, we're all now Oracle.
Woohoo!
If our tale has a moral, and a moral is its mother, it's that life is a series of bubbles, each inside the other. The trouble with a bubble is that it will inevitably burst, and each successful bubble will be more trouble than the first, as life is an explosion from a singularity, and a stream becomes a river and flows into the sea. So a solitary soul expands and embraces a string of generalities, but mostly special cases, and in this case, a small voice devoid of smart devices, by simple perseverance averts an environmental crisis.
Whichever way it went, thought that it was the best way, so it's not too hard at all. One night in a daydream, solo showed me the key. Hidden me beside me, beside me, beside me, beside me. It was freedom to look into my soul, become what I could be. It is freedom. Send this message boldly to everyone with me. This is freedom, freedom. This is freedom. This is freedom. Ooh. This is freedom, freedom. This is freedom. This is freedom. Ooh. Into the ocean, the rolling sea of the heart, and free from the notion we can be who we are. There's a reason we're different, yeah, born of one soul. Unity in diversity, togetherness, togetherness, togetherness. It is freedom to look into my soul, to set the others free. It is freedom to skip and get this message.